Hi, I'm Punong Guru Edgar Suliti. On this tape, you will learn an important series of stick pattern and application. The first one that we will do is the retirada illustrissimo. You step your right foot forward, like this, then you step forward, backward. Step forward, step backward. Step forward, step backward. Remember that when I step backward, I pull my rear foot backward first before I move my lead foot. So you have to do like this. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Or you can do it with the left foot too. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we go to retirada caballero. You step your right foot forward, then forward, retreat. Forward, retreat. Forward, retreat. Forward, retreat. You can also do it with your left foot forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we go to the third one, the ilag yuko, or we call this a ducking. This triangle represents the attack of your opponent. This side represents his left side or his left shoulder. Then this side represents his right shoulder. So the ilag yuko or ducking, you have to go to the right side or to the left side of your opponent. So what you do is you go here, you duck, go to the center, you duck. So this is being used if he strike with horizontal strike or upper diagonal strike. You can also do it in the side view so that you have more angle. Now we go to the fourth one, the ilag liad of the bob and weave. You step to the left side. This is being used in close quarter, or this kind of movements can be used in long range. We call this sometimes the dilastico, when you move like this, so that you will not be hit against a horizontal strike. Now we go to the fifth one, the tatsulok, or we call this the triangle. You step your right foot forward. You imagine that somebody is striking with number 1 or number 4 in Lameco striking. You are going in and you are going out to his shoulder. Now we go to the sixth one, the hakbang paiwas footwork. As what I've said, this triangle represents an attack of your opponent. So you have to avoid to the side in order that you will not be hit. So the hakbang paiwas is being done in different way. The first one that we will do, you step right foot forward, then step to the side. Then you go back to the center, step to left foot forward, then you move to the side, then you go back to the center again. In this way, you are training yourself to avoid out and to avoid going in. Okay? So this is being used against a vertical strike or a thrust, or against a person who will do a charge. Now we go to the other variation of the hakbang paiwas. You can also do like this without stopping in the center. So it is the same effect or training that you can get from the first one. Before we go to the application of the footwork, we will show to you the distance, how to measure the distance in long range. We measure the distance in long range through tip to tip, or dulo to dulo. Dulo to dulo is tip to tip. In medium range, we measure it in polso to polso. And in close range, we measure it in balikat to balikat. In long range, if he strike, if he doesn't move his footwork, then I will be safe. So it's also the same for me. If I strike, without using the footwork, he will be safe. So, but if he strike, I can hit him in the hand, because the hand is the easy target here in the long range. And in the medium range, which we measure like this, you can hit the head or the body. And here you can apply the blocking and the checking hand. The close range, which we measure to balikat, you can use the batting here and the left hand for finger jab to the eye and also checking to his arm. So this is, we measure the close range. This is balikat to balikat, wherein you can use the batting and also the left hand for finger jab and also for disarming and checking. If you are in the medium range distance, if he will strike, what you can do is to avoid, okay, using the illustrissimo footwork. If he strikes to the head, if you don't move with your footwork, then you will be hit, okay? So the only way you can do is to avoid, or you can block his strike, or you can counter by hitting him in the hand. So this is the application of retirada illustrissimo. The retirada caballero is the shuffle. So if you strike, you have to move away, okay, so that you will not be hit. Because if you don't use your retirada caballero, your footwork, if you are in this distance, if he will strike, you will be hit. So you have to use your footwork. Don't rely on your hand, because if your hand makes mistakes, you will be in trouble. Now we go to ilag yuko, or we call this a ducking. This is being used against a horizontal strike. So if your opponent will strike you to here or to the head with horizontal cut, then you can duck. So here. So in this way, you can hit the leg. Okay? So if you strike, you can smash his leg. There. You just duck. Okay. Now we go to the ilag liad, or the bob and weave. So if he strike, you move like this, then we call this sometimes the elastico. So here, then like that. So if you strike number one, you can move like that. Then if you strike, then horizontal. Sometimes you move like this if he strike with horizontal cut. But don't try to do this kind of movements if the strike is vertical, because you will be hit. So this one can be applied against the horizontal. There. So if you strike here, you do like that. That's it. If you strike here, then that's it again. Here, that's it. So this is the ilag liad footwork, the bob and weave. Now we go to tatsulok, or the triangle. The tatsulok is you have to move out or you have to move in. So if your opponent will strike you in the head, you move like this. Then if he strike you here, you move like that. Then again. This is being used in close quarter. Remember that it is not necessary that you will be doing particular footwork in this distance. It depends upon the situation. The next footwork that we will be doing is the hakbang paiwas footwork. This footwork is being used against a vertical cut to the center, against a thrust, and against a person who will charge and put you down. Because if you just know the retirada illustrissimo footwork like this, or the retirada caballero like this, and your opponent will rush in towards you, and he is so aggressive, then you will be in trouble. So what you have to do is to get out from the center line. So the hakbang paiwas footwork is being designed for people who charge and for an attack who is being delivered to the center or a vertical strike to the head. So if he strike to the head, you can move here. So you can also move to the other side. If he thrust, you can move here or you can move outside. If he charge, push. If he strike and try to push, then that's what you have to do. But if I just move, if I only know one footwork, you will see. See, I was able to avoid the first strike with number 12 here, but he got me, you see. That's why you have to do the footwork so that you can counter his strike right away. Before we go to Eskrima drills, I will explain to you that there are two kinds of possession. This is the bukas possession or the abierta possession. Okay? And this is the sirada or pinid possession. So, this possession is being divided to three levels: high, middle, low. The sirada is also the same: high, middle, low. So, that's the different level: high, middle, and low in the two common possession of bukas and sirada or pinid possession. There are two types of circular: big circle or big circular strike and small circle or small circular strike. So this is the big circular strike, wherein the tip of your stick travels behind your back. So if you strike like this, this is big. The small circle, the tip of your stick just travel in front of your body. It doesn't go behind you. So if you strike like this, this is smaller than the first one, which you do like this. So this is the small circle. You can also start with the sirada possession. So that's the two circular strike: big circle and small circle. There are three types of strikes or cut. This is vertical cut, diagonal cut, and horizontal cut. So the vertical cut is going like this. The diagonal cut can be going downward or upward. Here, that is diagonal cut. The horizontal cut, you strike like this. Okay? So that's the three types of strikes or cut. And a thrust is also the same. There are three kinds of or types of thrust. Vertical, you thrust to the center. horizontal, diagonal. You can do like this, or you can thrust diagonal. So that's the three kinds of thrust. Vertical, going straight, upward. Horizontal, you can thrust like this. Diagonal, you can also go like this or going like that. That is the three kinds of thrust. Now we go to Eskrima drills. The first one, we call this the Eskrima Uno. You start with the right foot forward, on guard position, in the right side, shoulder level. You strike downward as you move back with Estrissimo footwork. You thrust. Strike, thrust. Strike, thrust, strike, thrust. This is different from striking like this. This is follow through. This one is you stop here in order that you can thrust. This is a preparation for a thrust. After you slash, you thrust. Or you strike like this, then you thrust. Okay, that is the Eskrima Uno. We will show to you the application. If your opponent will strike you in the head, what you can do, you have to move back, hit the hand, then thrust the face. Okay, again, you strike the hand, thrust. If you strike number 2 or number 4, you thrust. Okay, you strike his hand again, strike his hand as you move back, then you thrust. You can also use the retirada caballero here, footwork. Okay, number 4, there. That's a number 4 strike in Lameco. So that is the application of your Eskrima Uno. It can be used against also a knife. If your opponent is using a knife and he will try to slash you, so what you have to do is you hit him in the hand, then you thrust. If he slash you in the body, strike the hand, then you thrust the face. If he slash you here, there. Okay, if he strike number 4, there. But if he thrust, you have to move with the hakbang paiwas footwork using the Eskrima Uno. Eskrima dos is the opposite of your Eskrima Uno because your Eskrima Uno start from here. This is abierta or bukas position. This is sirada or pinid position. So you start like this. Strike downward, thrust upward. Strike downward, thrust upward. Strike, thrust. Strike, thrust. Strike, thrust. This is different from like this. Because you can strike like this, but this is another one. You strike, but you stop there. So that you can thrust upward. You strike downward, thrust upward. The application is similar to number 1 or the Eskrima Uno. So if you strike, if I am here, I strike his hand and I thrust his eye. If he strike number 2 or 4, I strike his hand and I thrust. Okay? If he thrust number 5, I move then there. So that's the application of your Eskrima dos. Thank you, Mark. Now we go to the Eskrima tres. Eskrima tres is being executed in 2 movements. But remember, before we proceed, that the footwork I use can be vary from Illustrissimo footwork and Caballero footwork. So we go to Eskrima tres. This is strike, circular strike. You strike to the elbow, strike to the head. Knee, there. You do the 3 level as what I have said. In this position, it is being divided into 3 level. High, middle, low. So in practicing the Eskrima tres, you do like this. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Or high, middle, low. So you strike the head, follow up to the head. Strike the elbow, follow up to the head. Strike the knee, follow up to the head. Okay, this can be done also against a block. So if your opponent will try to block when you strike him the head, so what you have to do is to counter him the hand. Okay, so again, if he block, hit him in the hand. Again, he block, hit him in the hand. The Eskrima tres, the follow-up can be done to the head or it can be done to the hand. We will be using an armor here. This is, we call this the armor of the hand. Okay, so if I strike, he try to block. There, so strike his hand. But this is what you do in training. But in reality, you can do to the hand or you can strike to the head. And that is the application of your Eskrima tres. So if I strike to the head, he block. Strike, okay? Again, I strike, he block. Then if I strike to the elbow, it's the same. He just lower like this. Here, then the same. So if his left hand is there, then it will be smash. Okay? Again, so here, you strike. You can hit this part here, or you can hit that way. Or you can hit to the head if it's in reality, or if in sport, if he has a headguard, then you can do it. If I strike to the knee and he block, then you can do like that. Okay, again, I move, then I can hit the stick, or I can hit the hand here. I could hit here, then follow up to that if I want. If he block like this, downward. So if I strike, some people will just do like this. So what you have to do is to pop. Okay? So you have to strike a circular strike, okay, to the hand. Now we go to number 4, the Eskrima cuatro. You start from this position. You strike, circular. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can do it in 3 levels: high, middle, low. So this is high, middle to the elbow, knee, then you go back to high position, level, medium level, then you go to high. So this is high, middle, you strike, follow up, strike, follow up, low, hit the knee, follow up. That is the Eskrima cuatro. Now we go to the application of Eskrima cuatro, Mark. So if I strike, he will block. If I am favorable in going here, I can strike this inside part of his hand. Okay? But if I am favorable in moving outside, I can strike like this. Okay? So if I strike to the head, he block, I counter. If I strike and he block, I can move this way. Or I can move with Illustrissimo footwork going backward. So if I strike to the elbow, he try to block, I can boom, hit the hand. If I will strike below, or he will block, okay? So if I strike to the knee, some people will block. So what you can do is to strike the stick if you want to hit the stick. Or you can hit the hand if you want. Or you can hit the head. So again, if I strike here, then he block, bang! Now we go to Eskrima 5, the number 5. So you start here, strike, follow up to the head. So this is 1, 2, 3. You are doing it from the bukas position or open position, going to sirada or pinned position or closed position. So this is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can use the Caballero footwork here if you want. Okay? I will do it in 3 levels: high, medium, low. So this is, I strike, I follow up to the center of the head, I strike him in the head. I strike him, then I follow up, then I strike. I strike him in the elbow, I follow up to the head, and I strike him to the head. Then elbow, I strike him to the head, then back to the head. Or I can strike to the knee, and I strike back, then follow up. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Low or middle level, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Low, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the Eskrima 5. You do high, middle, low. So the first one is strike. But sometimes, your intention to strike to the head sometimes will be intercepted by your opponent by blocking. Okay? So if he tries to block like this, you can hit the hand and follow up to the head. Okay? So if I strike from this position, because that's what I have been saying, you can do it outside and inside or close position. So here, he blocked. I can hit here, or I can hit here, or I can hit to the head. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3. Okay? So if I strike below or middle, he will block. There. I strike the hand, follow up to the head. So if I strike to the elbow, he block. There. Bang. Okay? If I strike to the knee and he block, there. If I strike to the knee, he block. Okay? Or sometimes the people will block like this. The tip is pointing downward. So if I strike, he block. Then pop! Fall up to the head. Now we will do again the Eskrima 5 using the padded sticks. Okay? And so that you will see the area of target where you hit. So if I strike, he block. You hit the hand, then hit the head. Okay? So if I strike here, he block. I hit the hand, then I strike the head. So that's what you can do. Here, if I do middle, he block, then strike the hand and strike the head. Then here, block, pop, there. So if I strike below, he block, then I strike, then Then if I strike below, he block, then bang. Don't do like this, that when you do the Eskrima 5, you just do like this, because some people, when they do the Eskrima 5, they just do like this. There's no effect if you do like that. You have to make an arc going inside like this, so that you will hit his head or his hand like this. So here, you have to do like that. But if you just do like this, no effect, and you are creating openings and he can hit you. So what you have to do here, bang, then hit the head right away. So the padded sticks is very important when you apply this technique, because so that you can hit each other if you have a hit-guard. The Eskrima 5, if you are using the rattan stick or whatever hard stick that you do in real application, if I strike, you hit his hand, then hit the head. So here, if I strike, he block, I can hit this part of the knuckle, or I can hit outside, then I hit the head. It's also the same in medium range, middle level. Here, then here, low, then here. Okay, that's what you have to do. So here in the high, if I strike, I pulverize his hand and hit the head. So he blocked, I pulverize his hand and hit the head. So that is what you can do. That is the application of Eskrima 5. Remember, don't try to imitate my speed in front of your partner if you don't have any control. You have to practice your control first by doing slowly, because you might be hitting each other. Then as you progress, then you can go to speed. So here, if I strike, you can hit the hand, then hit the head. Here, to the hand, head. These movements is a counter for people who try to block. It can be done also against a sombrada, or you call this the roof block. So if I strike, bang, there. So it can be done against the pluma. So if I strike here, bang, I strike here, then hit the head. Now we go to Eskrima 6. The Eskrima 6 or 6 is almost the same with your Eskrima 5. You start here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if you are in this position, you strike high, circular strikes, double, then hit the head. Then middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you do low line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle, low, low, close position. Here, when you do the Eskrima, it doesn't necessary that you will be doing the Illustrissimo footwork. As what I have said, you can do the Retirada Caballero footwork too, or any footwork you wish to apply in the different Eskrima. Now we go to number 6, Eskrima 6, application. If I strike, he blocked. Then I strike, but I miss because he pulled back. Then he tried to strike, I double and strike him. That's the reason why you do like this. You strike, then you double hit, then you make a follow-up. Because if I strike and I miss hit the target and he's coming, that's what you have to do. And if you are in this position, if I strike, then I miss the target, then bang. That's what you are going to do. Again, if I strike and I pulverize, then he get in again, then I hit his head, okay? It's also the same in the middle level. If I strike, I pulverize the hand, then he comes in, then that's the time you get in. Again, here in Sirada position, I strike the hand, bang, I miss, then pak. In low level, it's the same here, pang, then he get in, then boom. Then here in Sirada, pak, hop, there. That is the application of your Eskrima size. Why you double strikes like this? Because sometimes you miss the target, then by the time he tried to strike you back, that's your counter and follow up to the head right away. Okay, we go to Eskrima 7. The Eskrima 7 can be done in 3 levels, high, middle, and low. From close, open and close position. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Low. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle. Level. Low level. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go to the application of Eskrima 7 or number 7. So if I strike but he blocked, I strike the hand, then I strike the head. But he was able to move away by his head but leaving his knee. So here again, I strike, he blocked, I counter the hand, I strike the head, he do the elastico, then I strike the knee. Okay? If I strike here, it's the same. There. Okay, again, here I strike, then he avoid, then I will hit his knee because he'll leave his knee there. Again. Middle. If I strike here, he block, then counter. Whoop, that's it. And I can also do it in medium range, low level. Here. So it is Eskrima 7 or 7. If I strike and he block, I hit his hand. Even though I strike the head, I can also follow up hitting the knee. So if I strike, he block, I strike the hand, I strike the head. After hitting the head, then you can also strike the knee. So it is not only that if he avoid, then you just hit the knee. But here, even though you hit the head, you can make a follow-up to the knee too. In Eskrima 7, or the number 7, if I strike, then I hit the hand. But if I miss the head because he moved back, I can also hit the knee. That's why you do this form. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you hit the hand, then you hit the head, then knee. That's the follow-up. So if you miss the head, then you go to the knee. It's also the same if you are in this position. So if I strike, I hit the hand, then I miss the head, then I strike the knee. Now we go to Eskrima 8. Eskrima also is divided into 3 levels. This is number 1, horizontal cut. You clip your elbow intact to the body. Don't do like this. So you cut like this. This is very simple. But for those people who fight, you'll find this very effective. You can do this in 3 levels. High, hitting the head, or this is the high level, eye level, elbow, knee. Eye level, elbow, knee. That is the Eskrima 8A, or number 1. The application to that, it could be offense or it could be defense. So if I am here and he will strike number 1, I strike the hand, then I get in, okay? So if he strike number 2, I hit the elbow, then I follow up to the head. Again, number 3, I could hit the hand, then here. So that is horizontal cut. Or you can just do a permanent strike to the elbow, like this. Because you can hit this part like this, okay? By using the Illustrissimo footwork or the Caballero footwork, okay? So, if you strike number 2, it's also the same, okay? You do like this. This is called the planzada or horizontal cut. The Eskrima 8B, or number 2 of Eskrima 8, you start from here. This is diagonal or pahandag movements. This is more. Thank you. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is different from Eskrima 1 because Eskrima 1 is like this. Okay. Now this is follow through. The tip is pointing to the ground. Then you go up like this. Okay. Clip the elbow like this. Then strike. I will just do it in normal speed so that you can follow with me. Remember that you can do the Illustrissimo footwork or you can do the Caballero footwork. Now we go to Eskrima 8, number 3 or C. You start your position like this. You strike downward, upward. Downward, upward. Sometimes we call this aldebes. Here. Now we go to the application of Eskrima 8B and C. So here, Amar. If your opponent will strike and you are in this position, you can hit the hand, then go back to the head right away. So this is the movements, right, of your Eskrima 8, number 2 or B. So if you strike, you hit the hand, strike the head. If you strike number 2, you hit the hand, strike the head. Strike number 3, you hit the hand, strike the head. 4, hit the hand, strike the head. If you thrust, you move with hakbang paiwas, then strike the head. Always remember that I can use the Caballero footwork. So that is the application of your Eskrima 8B. Now we go to C. So if you are in this position, you strike, hit the hand, strike the head. Strike the hand, strike the head. Strike the hand, strike the head. Strike the hand, strike the head. You move to the side, there. Or you can move to the other side. Okay? So if you strike number 4, if you are in this position, you can deflect the strike, then you get it. Okay? Again. Deflect, strike to the head. That is another application of your number 3 of your Eskrima also. So if you strike, if you are in this position, you can deflect, cut right away. Okay? So if you are in this position, you can just hit the hand, then strike the head. But if you are in this position, you deflect, tack, strike the head right away. Okay, the application of Eskrima 8C, which is diagonal downward like this, you can do it if you are in this side, which you and your opponent is in the same side, you go with the force because this is the easy way that you can do. Again, you follow or you go with the force and strike back. Okay. But if you are in the opposite side, the easy way that you can do is to meet the force by hitting the stick downward or by hitting the hand. Okay. Again, you strike a stick or you hit the hand. So that is meeting the force. But if you are in this position and you are in the same side, you can go with the force, then hit right away the head. Again, if you strike, you follow up to the head right away. But if you are in the opposite side, you can hit the hand, then follow up again. Again, so here you hit the hand, or you can strike or block to the stick. Okay, that's what you can do. Now we go to Eskrima 9. Eskrima 9 or Eskrima 9. You start from this position. This is called planzada. You strike horizontal, then vertical. Horizontal, vertical. I can also do with caballero footwork. There. I can do with illustrissimo footwork. Okay, so the first strike is horizontal, aiming to the elbow of your opponent. Then you create openings here. So you have to close your opening by striking to the center. Then you strike again, close your opening. Okay, so if you do a small movements, as what I explained in the beginning, small circle, you do like this. You just cut like that right away. But if you do big, then you can do like this. If you do it with small circle, like this, you have to practice hard so that you can create power and speed in doing it. Now we go to the application of Eskrima 9. So, if your opponent will strike and you are in this position, so you hit him in the hand and cross, okay? Again, if he strike, you can hit the hand, then strike to the center. If he strike number 4, it's also the same, then strike, okay? If he strike number 3, it's the same. You just lower this one, then bang, okay? Again, here, there, okay? That's what you have to do. So, whether it is, the hand is in here, you just deliver a horizontal cut, then vertical cut. So again, horizontal cut, vertical cut. Another application of your Eskrima 9. If I attack, he avoid, but he attacked me right away. So I strike, I create openings because I didn't hit him. So when I strike, he tried to hit me, that's, I make a follow-up. So if I attack, I counter-attack right away. So if I strike here, he moved away, then bang! That's the application of your Eskrima 9. You can attack and counter-attack. Again, if I strike, hop, bang! Again, I strike, bang! Again, I strike, he moved, that's it. Now we go to Eskrima 10 or number 10 of your Eskrima. You start in the low level. Okay? So here this is 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now we go to application of Eskrima 10. So, if your opponent will strike you in the head, you can do like this, okay? So here, if you are in this position, this is called the low level, okay? If you strike, bang, follow up. If you strike number 2, it's the same. you can follow up to the head. You can strike the number 3, you hit the hand, then strike the head. Again, 3, there, pack. Number 4, I can hit the hand, or I can deflect, then follow up to the head right away. Again, 4, I can deflect, then follow up to the head, or I can hit the hand, then follow up to the head. If you thrust, I can also do the hakbang paiwas footwork using the Eskrima GS. Now we go to Eskrima 11, or number 11 of your Eskrima. You start here, similar to number 10. You strike upward, downward, upward, downward, upward, downward, upward, downward. You can use the caballero footwork if you want. Then you can use the caballero footwork like this. Now we go to the application of Eskrima 11. So if you are in this position, if your opponent will strike, you can hit the hand, then follow up to the head. To the hand. Again, you can hit the hand, or you can follow up to the head. As what we have been doing, this is the Eskrima 11. So again, here, bang, there, okay? Or if I miss the hand because he pulled back and tried to counter, that's your follow-up. Because if he see that your strike is coming, then he will try to get in and then pop. That's what you have to do. You have to make a follow-up right away. Again, so here, pop, boom. Okay? So that's the application. If you are in this side, it's also the same. So here, there. Okay? Again, so here, then, if I strike, you pull back, then get it. That's it. That's the application. Okay, again, I strike, oh, bang! Okay, that's the application of your Eskrima 11. Now we go to Eskrima 12. Eskrima 12, you start from this position. This is called the bukas or abierta position. Okay, so Eskrima 12 movements is very simple. You strike to the center, then follow up there. This 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, you are doing open and close position. So here, this is the open position, there. Then if you are in the close position, you can also do the same by striking to the center. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can also do the caballero footwork by doing the Eskrima 12. Or you can do the hakbang paiwas. If he attack first, I move back and I hit his hand. Okay? Again, here, then I could follow up to the head. So that is if he attacked first. So you have to move back and hit his hand. So again, so here, there. Then you follow up to the head. If you are in this position, if he attack, hit the hand, hit the head. Okay, that is the application of your Eskrima 12 in the other side. If he strike number 2, it's the same. 3, strike, then there. 4, you hit the arm or the hand. Again. So if he exposes his right hand, you can hit this one, then strike the head right away. Again. So here, or you can just hit the knuckle, then strike the head. Okay? So if you are in this position, if you strike number 4, the same. Okay? So if you thrust, you do like this, then boom. Or you can do it in the other side. There. If your opponent will retract, you attack to the head, then follow up to the hand if his hand is coming. Again, hit the head, then bang. Again, retract, boom. That's it. So you hit the hand or the head, then you follow up to the hand right away. as you master the Eskrima drills, you can combine them together. Because in real fight, you don't know what movements that you are going to do. So here, I will try to combine the different Eskrima drills with my partner, Mark. So, if he strike, I can use number 1, Eskrima number 1, and Eskrima 2, okay? Or, I could use number 12, then hit the head, okay? I could use the Eskrima 9, combined with Eskrima 12, okay? Or, I could use the Eskrima 10, combined with Eskrima 11, there, then, there. Again. So, if he strike, Eskrima 12, I could go to Eskrima 1. Okay, then I could go to Eskrima 2. So, if he thrust number 5, you can move and thrust here, then combine with Eskrima 1. Then you can go to number 9 here, or go number 11 here, then 12. Okay? Again, if he strike, I could go like this. So I thrust the face. Then I could do this one, the Eskrima 5. So here, pop. Okay? So if I strike, he block. There, bang, there. I strike, he block here. I could do like this, then combine with Eskrima 10. So you can combine the different Eskrima drills as you apply in combat. Okay? So in long range, we are using the long range here because the Eskrima drills is more preferable in long range because this is where you can apply your combative movements. Again, if I strike, he will block. Sometimes he block, or if our stick meets in the center, then that's what I do. Then pop, there. Okay. So if he strike me in the hand, if I strike, he will strike me here. So what I will do, I turn, then pop. Then I could go to combination. The Eskrima drills that we have taken a while ago are very important for your solo training and to your partner. If you master these drills, you can combine them together and you can make your own. As you practice more and more with this Eskrima, you can understand deeper the Filipino martial art. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat.